Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Capricorn April 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, well, first thing up is as far as April goes, Venus will be in Aries from the 20th until the 30th. So the 4th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, this may manifest in rather aggressive spending on the home and things you need for emotional security. If you're unattached at this time, Capricorn, you may connect with an Aries Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or simply one that embodies Aries-like characteristics. You might be really loving your Aries and perhaps some Aries qualities at the core at this time, such as perhaps noticing being somewhat aggressive. You have more assertiveness maybe than you realized before, more forcefulness, more initiative, more enterprise even, more courage and fortitude. This could be about a lot of hurried action to have peace at the home with really little procrastination or hesitation. This is a time where you may really feel very strong love for Aries family members, or it could be ones that you are at home with. And also too, in some cases, this could manifest in very impulsive spending, impetuous spending on one's roots and ancestry at this time as well. So anyway, well, next thing up is Mars will be in Gemini, so the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, maybe could manifest in a manifold of headaches at this time, variety of headaches. I'm really joking, being flippant though. But anyway, well, the thing about this is about perhaps scattering energies in your daily routine, and just be very careful that you're not dissipating yourself through a lack of an integrated purpose or spreading yourself too thin. Being a service to many people, or doing too many things for others at this time in your service related part of your life, and even at your place of employment. It's okay to be Mr. or Mrs. Versatility, but sometimes we could really spread ourselves way too thin. And anyway, this could be also about having contentious or acrimonious situations with Gemini workers. They could be Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Gemini characteristics. This could also be about perhaps injuring perhaps something with the arms or the hands at your place of employment, or it could be through something health related, such as working out vigorously, such as doing some bicep curls or something. So just make sure you're taking your precautions if you're a person that works out heavy, or you're doing some kind of exercise that might have a propensity perhaps to injuring the arms, the hands, the fingers. And if you're unattached this time, Capricorn, you may get involved with a sexual liaison or interlude with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or it could be someone that embodies Gemini-like characteristics. It could be your place of employment, your daily routine. It could be somebody prominent in your health life, or somebody you may have provided a service to. And this could also manifest in some cases as becoming angry at some overly gossiping, superficial, or vacillating. It could be an aunt, an uncle, someone in your daily routine. It could be somebody at your place of employment in some cases. So anyway, next thing up. Jupiter will be in Sagittarius still, so the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, as I've talked about previously, Jupiter can be very paradoxical, could be very strongly benign and benevolent, but could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. Now, in a lot of cases, this may enlarge and expand self-righteous, foolhardy, over-optimistic, even reckless behavior, perhaps with people in your prominent in your private life. It could be an aunt or an uncle. It could be somebody that maybe you're helping that might be in a less fortunate situation in life. This could also be in some cases might expand a Sagittarius like mental illness, such as something with hyperactivity. On the positive end, though, this could be very fortuitous for conquering hidden adversaries, really with a what me worry outlook, by basically just not worrying about things and that might be connected with hidden enemies, and not really paying much attention to it, such as haters attacking you anonymously on the internet, things of that nature, which are basically people that are hiding themselves. It could also be about expressing a lot of exuberance and enthusiasm in Sagittarius private matters. It could be doing things with sports or religion, with the law, archery, anything that's connected with target, like such as target practice, and also a lot of hope and optimism, perhaps through religion, sports, understanding the law in solitude and seclusion. Excuse me, at this time. So anyway. Well, next thing up is Saturn will be in Capricorn still, so the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, this could be about dealing with restrictions and limitations with the physical body, being very, making a very serious type first impression, and a responsible one as well, perhaps. It could be and in showing maybe that you're disciplined also at the same time. Now, could also be about Saturn-like new beginnings, such as something with dentistry, maybe I could say as well something with the government, something with business, politics. It could just be doing something that requires a lot of laborious, and being in Capricorn, consistent effort. It could be some mundane or just a profession where you're just showing that you're a laborious worker at this time, something with timekeeping. Also, too, this could be about dealing with some limitations and restrictions with, again, going back, limitations and restrictions with the physical body, such as something with the knees, the bones, the joints, or the teeth even. And also, too, you might be dealing with Saturn-type people that were from your early childhood at this time. And also, there may be a greater propensity to lose weight when this is occurring. You might come across a little bit more despondent and more melancholy than usual at this time. So anyway, could also be about taking responsibility for people you may have known in your early childhood as well. The first house also can represent a grandmother, so you might find yourself taking care of a debilitated or sickly grandmother, or it could be a person prominent from your early childhood. It could be something, it could be connected with the knees, the bones, or the joints, and it might be making you feel somewhat despondent and melancholy. Anyway. Next thing up is Uranus will still be in Taurus, so the fifth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, well, you could be dealing with some unusual, unpredictable, stubborn, obstinate behavior from children, from lovers, romantic partners at this time. You might find yourself embroiled in like Uranus-like hobbies, such as something with astrology, astronomy, aerospace, computers, electronics, maybe ones of an unusual nature like bungee cord jumping or doing some kind of unusual stunts, anything that could be somewhat unorthodox or unique. Your love life might be more erratic and sporadic than usual. You might find yourself maybe doing, maybe if you're involved in investments with stocks and bonds, that might be a little bit erratic and sporadic and unpredictable right now. Now, also, too, this could manifest in Taurus friendships. They could be Taurus sun, moon, or ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Taurus-like characteristics, might figure more prominent than usual in your hobbies, in matters with speculation, with gambling, with investments, your amusement, your enjoyment, your love life, and whether they're more beneficial to you or to your detriment can be predicated and dependent on aspects. This makes the points in your chart. If it makes a lot of it, predominantly really a lot of adverse aspects, of course, that might be more to your detriment in these matters. If it's a lot of positive aspects, a good aspect to Jupiter or Venus could indicate they could actually be beneficial more, especially in matters with speculation, gambling, and investments, and could be actually very prosperous to you. Now also too, this could be about really stable and steady humanitarian work that you might find very enjoyable at this time as well. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. Anyway, next thing up. Neptune will still be in Pisces, so the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, this could be about the dissipation and dissolving, perhaps, of relationships with siblings, with cousins, with neighbors, people from your early education. It could also be these people may come across as a little bit more nebulous and unclear, more so than usual. Also, too, you might find that your memory might be dissipating a little bit. It might be more difficult to see the fine print in documents. With Neptune energy, a lot of times it's more difficult to be punctilious with details, so just be careful when you're trying to read the fine print and things, and make sure nobody's bamboozling you over some contract or something written, something communicated. Be wary for fast-talking salespeople at this time, and not really including all their details and telling you they're going to give you the world, and they don't promise hardly anything. This could also be about a time where you might find yourself communicating more about your dreams. This could be as well communicating about Neptune, like subjects such as the metaphysical, which includes astrology, poetry, dancing, photography, imagery, filmography, anything with water, perhaps such as oceanography, things connected with pharmaceutical work. It could be anything Neptune related. You might also be dealing with more confounding issues connected with local transportation and taking very convoluted trips and getting lost a little bit quicker in your short journeys. Also, there could be greater danger for like some gas or chemical leak with your vehicle. You might be experiencing a number of problems like that as far as this goes with your vehicle at this time. So anyway, last but not least, Pluto will be in Capricorn, so the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, I know a lot of you don't want me to say the dreaded D word, but you know I'm going to anyway. In some cases, this could be about the actual literal death of a grandmother. It could be someone prominent in your early childhood, or someone that was instrumental or played an integral role in your new beginnings, your outlook on life. Also, too, you might find yourself having surgery at this time as well. It could be something connected with the knees, the bones, or the joints. Something Capricorn related. It might be making you feel somewhat despondent or melancholy as well. Also, to guard against overly power control situations, manipulation with people from your early childhood, a grandmother perhaps. But it could also be about giving power to new beginnings at this time. And also, Pluto can also be about rebirth and regeneration. This could tear down and destroy perhaps things that you might have started or new beginnings you planned on starting, but it could also supplant, or it could revive them at some point. Guard too against perhaps overly obsessive or compulsive behavior. You might come across a little bit more imposing and more powerful on a first impression, more so than usual. It could also manifest in Pluto-like new beginnings, such as something with recycling, the occult, supernatural, astrology, insurance, psychology, anything with transformation, such as rebuilding a vehicle. It could also be about transforming yourself, your physical body, whether it's from working out vigorously or whether it's some kind of cosmetic surgery. It could be something where you're involved in your own personal transformation at this time. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Capricorn April 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. And stay tuned next time, where I'm going to be talking about astrology and the death of Renaya Wright. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, Never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.